right before I went live, so that's super cool. Lightmeister, hi, good to have you in chat. How you doing, man? So, yeah, like I said, this is my first YouTube stream, so I really don't have anything planned for the stream. We'll just see what happens. If it's anything like my Twitch streams, we'll just end up watching YouTube videos all night. Let's see. Music's a bit loud. And I'm quiet. Cool. How's that sound? Am I a little bit louder? Music a little bit lower? I literally can't monitor any of my audio right now because everything got messed up. So, yeah, I'm hoping that fixed it a little bit. Oh, let's see. What's my favorite soup, man? I don't know. That's all I got for you. I don't know. Probably chicken soup over rice just because it's nostalgic. Mom used to make it for me when I was sick when I was a kid. So, let's see. Was in Dayton on and off right around when you released video saying you quit your job. Oh, hell yeah, Ben. Yeah, Dayton's a city that you can visit. Dayton's actually not that bad, but the best part of it is between it's Cincinnati and Columbus. Morgan, good to have you here. Very nice to see you, my friend. So, let's see. You guys showed up fast. This is a lot easier on Twitch because I already have everything figured out. But not only am I streaming on YouTube for the first time, I'm actually using a different streaming software. If you guys heard about the shit with Streamlabs a few weeks back, where it turned out they just plagiarized all their shit from other streaming services, so I figured it was probably about time to go on that. So I'm trying Stream Elements out now, and we'll see how this goes. Hi from Australia. Whoa, what's up? Nice to see Reach from across the fucking world, man. That's super cool. Be careful with 2D when streaming. What's 2D? Am I missing something? I'm taking random questions. Yeah, I'm totally taking random questions. Ask me anything. We'll call it an AMA. I don't know. Most difficult thing that I've made? Oh, man. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I make isn't necessarily difficult so much as just labor intensive, which can turn out to be difficult. Difficulty is subjective too, because there's different skill sets. So I'm not super well versed in baking, so I don't have a feel for stuff like that as much as I do is just straight up cooking. So making doughs and stuff like that, which ironically, because I worked in pizza for a long time and I made the house dough, but that was just one specific type. But yeah, working with dough a lot of times can be difficult. I don't know why I can't think of what the most difficult thing was that I made is, but I'm certain it would have to do with some sort of pastry. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Good to see you. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay. Hello from Italy, yes. Nice seeing someone doesn't butcher Italian dishes. Yeah, man, I'm Italian, so like, I feel compelled to do Italian dishes, especially right. Like I can feel compelled to do every dish I do right, at least insofar as that it tastes good, and that it's relatively true to the source material. But yeah, Italian dishes, like I try to get those super right. So yeah, I'm glad you liked the carbonara video. I definitely want to get some more like old school Italian dishes soon. But yeah, actually just filmed the new video today. I won't tell you guys what exactly it is, but if you're in the Discord, there's a close-up picture of it posted that you might like seeing. I'll give you an idea of what I got coming for you next week. Oh, my go-to drunk food? Oh, man, there's so many. Honestly, Wendy's. And that's partially because there's a Wendy's right in between my house and the bars that I go to. So, like, Wendy's, except they usually... Wendy's or Taco Bell. I don't really cook when I'm drunk. But yeah. Or hungover. I stand by the fact that the Baconator is the best drunk food, or the best hangover food. Oh, ever do any Chinese cooking? A little bit. It's not Chinese, but it's Japanese. I made gyoza last week, which is, fairly similar to bao. Well, not kinda-ish. More similar to dumplings than bao. Bao buns are good, man. I want some bao. I haven't had a good bao bun in a minute. But yeah, I made gyoza last week, and I was originally gonna film it, and then it was my first time making gyoza, and it ended up taking me a while to like make all the dumplings, because I made like 40 of them, because that's what the recipe called for. But then also, like, most of the time that I like cook or try a new recipe, I film it anymore, and I kind of just wanted to like chill and cook, because I don't really do that super often anymore. So yeah, I made gyoza last week. It was really good. I might revisit it for a video, because it was actually going to be another episode of Cooking by the Book. But yeah. Just had some that were disappointing. Oh, that's unfortunate. No, I don't play the guitar. Every year or two, I decide I'm going to start learning how to play the guitar. And I start to learn, and I go really hard on it for a couple months, and then I put it down and forget about it. I've been getting the itch again lately, though. I can play a couple chords. There might be a couple riffs I still remember. But no, I cannot play it. I'm much better at Guitar Hero than I am real guitar. It's a nice guitar, though. I bought it last year, 2 years ago, something like that. It's an Epiphone SG, matte black. It's pretty sexy for, a $200 guitar. But no, once in a while I'll get the urge, and I have Rocksmith, which is like Guitar Hero for real guitar. And I'll play Rocksmith, which is pretty cool, because it's a really good gamified way of learning how to play. But yeah, that thing is like not even in tune. I actually get kind of sad when I think about it, but hey, that's what ADHD is for, man. You just you start learning something, and then when you're not immediately good at it, you forget about it. almost have to be obsessive about a hobby to be good at it. Yeah, and again, this is gonna come back to ADHD. I think I've mentioned it in my videos a few times. I've got some pretty fucking wicked ADHD. Like, I feel like I haven't actually been tested for, like, percentile. I'm tested as ADHD, like, ever since I was a kid. But, like, I've never been tested in, like, a percentile. But I feel like I'm in, like, an upper percentile of people with ADHD. So, like, if I pick up a new hobby and I'm not, like, immediately good at it, chances are I'm not going to stick with it for long. Which is unfortunate, because it's not really how I want it to be. It's just kind of how it is. But do I play any games? I do and I don't. I like to play games. I really do. I just have not had much time to play. I thought I was going to have more time when I quit my job. And I was going to have more time to stream. But I actually still don't have time to do either of those things. Because my primary income right now is DoorDash. I make some money off the channel, but definitely not enough to get by. So I DoorDash every day, and then I take 1 or 2 days a week off of DoorDashing, and that's usually focused on content. But yeah, I'd like to play some more games, man. Yeah. I don't even know what I want to play right now. Probably... Oh, man. I've been going nonstop today, and I think my brain's finally starting to turn off. But yeah, I recently played Splitgate for a little bit, and that was pretty cool. But, and I was playing Smash for a little bit. I actually didn't get into Smash when I was a kid, but I recently picked up Ultimate for my Switch and got into that for like a week, and then forgot about it, because that's how I am. Do I listen to A Hot Dog as a Sandwich and What is My Most Insane Food Take? I do listen to Hot Dog as a Sandwich. Not as much as I used to. It's because, like, I have to be in the right mood for it. Especially because, like, the energy of that show can be a little bit not my standard mode of operation, if that makes sense. It's very kind of floofy, if that makes sense. So... my most insane food take, I personally don't think it's insane, but garlic salt is trash. Garlic salt belongs in the garlic salt belongs in the garbage. You have garlic powder and you have salt. You can just mix them, and it's fine. And you have greater control over the flavor. Fuck garlic salt. I will die on that hill. I have been screaming that for years. Try Forza Horizon. I've never played a Forza game, but I used to like racing games a lot. I was more into like Burnout and Midnight Club type shit. But racing games are fun. So I would definitely try Forza. It's on Game Pass, I think, right? But yeah, Morgan, you already know. Morgan's been one of my homies for a few years, and she knows that my hatred for garlic salt has been long-standing, very long-standing. Rock and roll racing. I don't think I ever heard of that. Huh. My opinion on white pepper? I don't really have an opinion on white pepper. I haven't used it too terribly much. I imagine, it's fine. I know it's used pretty commonly in some different styles of cooking. Like, I think white pepper is used a lot in, like, Chinese cooking. But I haven't really used it a lot. I don't have a super big opinion on it because, you know, you guys already know how I feel about black pepper, so I can't imagine I'd hate white pepper. Do I know any vape tricks? No, not really. I smoked cigarettes for years and I can blow smoke rings, but that's about it. This is mostly just so I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Garlic salt that just lies to you and it's a whole seasoning blend. Yeah, I'm still trying to become accepting of seasoning blends. You know, some of them are cool, and I have to like remind myself that not everybody just wants to make their own seasoning blends. And some are good. Like, after listening to Hot Dog is a Sandwich and watching Mythical Kitchen enough, I finally picked up a bottle of Tony Chachere's. It's actually really good. And I don't feel the need to recreate it because I've got a bottle of it now. So, oh, you're in Dayton too, Ryan? Well, shit. You know what? Shoot me an email and we'll talk. Because you know, I'm always looking for any sort of hands or extra help I can get on this stuff. Doing most of this stuff by myself, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, especially when you don't know anything about video production or sound or any of that shit. By the way, shout out to Ellie in the chat. She's the one that makes all of my thumbnails, and she also mods the Discord and mods my Twitch when I was streaming on Twitch and if I go back to Twitch. So yeah, shout out to Ellie. Favorite hot sauce? Fuck. And that's a hard one. So I have 25 bottles of hot sauce in my fridge right now. It's hard to pick a favorite. Like my go-tos. Yeah, the Aardvark one. The secret Aardvark habanero. It tastes like it's like a bougie Taco Bell fire sauce. Valentina is a good go-to for me. The hot ones classic is actually really good. And then you get like into some like gourmet hot sauces. Pretty much everything Bravado makes is really good. Yeah, it's hard to pick a single favorite hot sauce. Let's see. An early step of the channel, and it's proud that you've taken a leap of career change. It's actually watching the soup vid you posted. Tell how much less stressed you are. Yeah, man, my stress levels have gone way down. They've gone up in different ways. Because now I'm completely self-employed and I have to make myself go to work every day. So I have to be a lot more self-motivated, and that's pretty stressful in its own right. But yeah, it's a different kind of stress. But I'm not nearly as exhausted all the time as I used to be. Working in the YouTube sphere, more than happy about how you can help. Yeah, Ryan, please. I'm super stoked. There's like nobody I know in Dayton that seriously does anything in content creation. I'm trying to find people. So hell yeah. $200-word limit. I wonder if I can change that. Have I had any of the last dab sauces yet? Yes, I actually have the first run of the last dab, the original bottle. I actually sat and waited for it to drop the day it was released because it sold out immediately, and it was in my cart. And then the site glitched out, and a bunch of people didn't get it, and then so I got it on the next round, like a week later. But yeah, I have the original last dab. Do I want to do a Hot Ones challenge next week? Shit, dude, you gonna be in town? Cause hell yeah. Spider Stouch, that's another one of my real life homies. It's actually like my best friend. You can talk shit to him all you want. Word, hell yeah, Ellie. First run is fire. Yeah, literally, it's super hot, but it's also like really tasty. Like something that spicy, you tend to not think that it's gonna taste that good, but it's got a really good flavor behind it. Yeah, unlike Da Bomb, I have a bottle of Da Bomb and it is awful. It is absolutely awful. It's not only insanely hot, but it tastes fucking terrible. It's just not good. Christmas Eve through the 28th. Hell yeah, dude. Heard. Yeah. Joe, that's the guy that went with me to Detroit and was in my video to get Mom Spaghetti. That's Joe Daly right there. That's that guy. Say hi to Joe. I believe Joe is still at the restaurant, so good for him. But only kinda. He's doing other stuff too. Let's see here. So, what do you guys want to do? Like I said, I didn't really plan this out too much, but like, you know, we can keep doing, you know, just chatting, ask me questions, I'll answer them. We can hop into some YouTube videos. You know, probably not going to play any games tonight. I'm actually going to keep this stream relatively short. This was just kind of a test stream. And I'm going to have to fix some stuff when I, you know, before I do the next stream. Because like I said, all my like audio settings for my audio program got desynced when it updated. And that's really fucking annoying. So I'm not able to monitor any of the audio going over to you guys. I can just hear what's on my end. But, where are you going with that gun over there? Yeah, I thought of that too. Any thoughts, concepts for a restaurant you would like to open since you quit? None. I do not want to go back into the restaurant industry in any capacity. Certainly not as an owner or operator, because that's a lot. I get, you know, little flares of missing it sometimes. But I do not want to go back to a restaurant full time in any way. No, definitely won't be opening a restaurant. And you know, maybe things will change if this shit gets like, if I get really successful at this shit, then yeah, sure. I'd look into something maybe like a pop-up or something, but I don't know about an actual restaurant. What I feel like I'm struggling with in content creation, doing it all by myself. Honestly, that's really the big one. It's just figuring it all out as I go. I do feel like I've gotten significantly better at it since I started. I'm actually completely unable to watch my first couple videos because they're so bad. Like, I tried watching my first video a while back and I had to turn it off. I couldn't watch it. Reaction vids would be fun. We can get in some reaction. I'm in Ohio, Justin. Dayton, Ohio. Great in-between city. Actually thinking about leaving Dayton, but I don't know yet. Got about 6 months left in my lease. before I have to move. So, I'm making some decisions. Motherfuckers really do be living in Ohio, I know. Ohio is not as bad as people say it is. Ohio, like, it's not great, but it's not the worst place in the world. You know, there's some cool stuff to do, especially like in some of the major cities. There's some really cool stuff. But and like parts of Ohio, like all of southeastern Ohio is fucking gorgeous. So it's not all just cornfields and crime. Oh, my last meal, man. I've thought about this one, and that's a tough call for me. Is it worse than Jersey? I haven't been to Jersey, so I can't say. Man, my last meal. I have like so many favorite foods that I honestly don't know. Like, I might get real bougie with like some fucking like Wagyu, or I might keep it simple with some biscuits and gravy, or I might make some fried chicken. I don't know, man. Well, I doubt I'd make it, but yeah, I don't know what my last meal would be. Those would definitely be in like the top 3 though, or like good steak, fried chicken, and biscuits and gravy. Make a last meal video. I have to figure it out first. Can't pig out on A5 though. Watch me. Kraft mac and cheese. I'll get the Cheeto mac and cheese. Or just like a cup of Easy Mac. You know, one of these days, yo, I'm gonna actually like clean off my couch. But until then, I'm just gonna have a messy background. Ate some fried chicken a while back, put the crust in and stick to the chicken. Did you do a double dredge? I'm gonna do like a flour, egg wash flour type deal. Dude, for real. I need someone that actually knows how to clean. I feel like my executive dysfunction has just been on like blast lately. I actually somehow managed to have a really productive day today. But most days I have to like really fight to get stuff done. I thought about like trying to like make a video on like ADHD and cooking, but I haven't really been able to piece it together yet. But I really would like to do something like that on like cooking tips for people with ADHD or something like that, because it's something that like I deal with every second of my life, and I've learned a lot about over the years, and I feel like other people could benefit from something like that, especially because so many of us have it, and it can be a real struggle. Caleb, you know I'll feed you. Like a wire rack for a baking sheet? I honestly have I think I got mine at Kroger. Just like at a grocery store or a cooking supply store. Actually, you know what? restaurant supply stores. Like Google that and see if you have any close to you. Restaurant supply stores are great for finding like restaurant quality equipment, and it's always super cheap. It's at like wholesale prices and shit. But yeah, that or the grocery store if your grocery store is like kind of bougie and sells cooking stuff. But yeah, the wire rack, they're not terribly hard to find. They're just not super common in people's arsenals. Man, Morgan, anytime you want to travel up here, you got a place to stay, my friend. I could never see a reason to buy an expensive wire. I don't even think I don't think I've ever seen an expensive wire rack. It's just cross-hatched metal. Like, what do you want from it? Yeah, just buy a cheap wire rack. You know, not like something so cheap that you can just like bend it, but you know. The most useless cooking tool. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know that I can name a specific one. Garlic masher. You know, I'll allow garlic presses. I hate mincing garlic. I hate it. I hate chopping garlic in any capacity. It's super sticky. It sticks to the knife. Like the garlic I used today, I used my grater and I grated it. Yeah. So like, man, I'd say like every tool, like, you know, jack of all trades but master none type cooking gear, like Instapots are so fucking overrated. It's a glorified pressure cooker, and yeah, stuff like that, or like an avocado slicer. I actually want to eventually get a video done on like useless kitchen gadgets and kind of ranking them, maybe like a kitchen gadget tier list or something. But I have to get my hands on it because I don't own any gadgets like that. So I'd like to get one. I'd like to get a handful of them. I've got some fun ideas for videos. I want to do like some streamer type videos, but like twist them into like being related to food. And I think that we could work something like that into it. Have I ever made bagels? No, I've never even attempted bagels. But I've been curious about it. Bagels and donuts are two things that I've been thinking about recently. That I might give a shot. Favorite type of beer, wine, and cocktail. Favorite type of beer. I'm not a huge beer drinker, but I tend to go for like brown ales or wheat ales. Sometimes stouts and porters. I actually hate IPAs. But like a good honey brown or a nut brown, something like that, I'll always gravitate towards. Wine, I'm not a wine guy. I can't even give you a favorite wine because I drink so little of it. Cocktail, old-fashioned. A good old-fashioned is just such a classic, wonderful drink. We actually have a pretty critically acclaimed whiskey bar here in Dayton called the Century Bar, and their old-fashioned is the best old-fashioned I've ever had in my life. So I'm definitely a whiskey guy through and through. More so bourbon, but I'm experimenting with other whiskeys. I've gotten into Japanese whiskeys recently, and I really like those. But yeah, I enjoy a good cocktail. We've got a couple nice craft cocktail bars around here. Drink at Rabbit's Bar. Yeah, I saw she was bartending somewhere halfway decent. Might come give that a shot. I definitely want to take a trip up to see you guys soon. Oh, hey, Rabbit's here. What up? You're bringing me the... Oh, the Knob Creek I left there? I thought you guys were going to drink it. That's why I left it for you guys. Trying to make bagels. I need the wire rack for baking them because the recipe I'm using says to put water in the baking sheet. I don't know enough about making bagels to like really comment on that, but water on the baking sheet. So it's almost, well, so you need kind of a deeper baking sheet then? I'm guessing it's like steaming them somehow. There's like a swill and a half left. Dude, just finish it. So I'm not just having a random ass conversation while y'all are sitting here in chat. Spider Stouch, I went up to his neck of the woods for his birthday a few months back and brought some whiskey. It was actually some smoked maple Knob Creek, and I left it there. And now they're talking about just bringing a swill and a half of whiskey back to me. Dude, just drink it. Just drink it, dude. Water in the baking sheet is pretty reasonable for a good texture. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I've never really even looked into how to make bagels. That's something I know next to nothing about. You boil them before baking. You know, I think I knew that. I knew there was something weird about them that you don't think about with dough. Yeah, that makes sense. Boiling before baking. Have I ever made any cannabis-infused dishes? No, I actually don't partake in the cannabis. I did way back when, but I don't anymore. It's not my cup of tea. I did try some Delta 8, which is like a chiller version, recently, and that was okay. But I'm not a weed guy anymore. Finding the ingredients is the hard part for bagels. Huh. I guess I don't know what the ingredients would be that would be hard to find. So Caleb, or Spider Styles, just sent me his picture of Schwill and a half, and he finished it. So yeah, good job. We no longer have to worry about the Knob Creek up in Toledo. Chef that doesn't smoke. I know, right? I think I was it's like one of the only people I worked with that didn't smoke. You know, it just, you change over time. I used to do a lot, like not just smoke. I used to do a lot. I used to party, but like, I don't know. You change, and I don't know. It just started giving me anxiety at some point. I quit enjoying it, so. He didn't enjoy it. Well, yeah, it was quite a bit of whiskey, and I know he's not a big straight whiskey guy. Oh man, this mix is almost over. I wonder if it's gonna autoplay into something DMCA. That is one thing about being on YouTube, is I have to be more careful about copyrighted music. Because unlike Twitch, which will just, mute my stream afterwards, YouTube will just knock the stream down. I'll have to restart it. Malt syrup. Huh. I've never thought of anything that uses malt syrup. That's crazy. Let's see, is there anything? Hey, copyright free, hell yeah. Yeah, Rabbit, let's make some fucking donuts for sure. Really want to get into cooking, but it gives you anxiety. Man, it's like anything. Like, there's different levels to it. And you just gotta find something relatively simple and go for it. Yeah. You know, just make sure you have a couple basic pieces of equipment. Make sure you get everything prepped out first. You know, get your mise en place. And you can go from there. The hardest part is starting. But once you start, you should be good to go. And, like, it's something that, like, you're gonna fuck up probably. I fucked up a lot of dishes in the past. But can't commit to buying pans because you've ruined a few. Commit into buying something nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, look up some stuff on, like, proper care of your pots and pans and things like that. And if you treat your stuff right, it'll treat you right. I mean, shit. Get a cast iron pan. I swear by my cast iron. That shit lasts forever. And as long as you keep it seasoned, it'll be good to you. Yeah, Oscar, Ellie's right. If you join the Discord, you can get a lot of help there, because we've got, like, we have the channel for cooking advice. We also have a channel for kitchen gear, stuff like that. We'll get you set in the right direction. There's a lot of really knowledgeable people in our channel, or in the server. Have I ever used Vital wheat gluten? No, I haven't. But it sounds like a equipable equipment or something in an RPG. Like, I feel like I would equip my character with Vital wheat gluten and get a stat boost. I actually know very little about vegan cooking. I'd like to learn a little bit more, but it's never been a priority for me to cook vegan. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Chris. It is vital. That's why it's named as such. But yeah, I actually have a vegan cookbook. It's actually a pretty well-known one. It's called, like, Thug Kitchen. I love the way it's written, because it's a kind of just like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you kind of book. And I wanna work out of it a little bit and kind of learn some stuff. Yeah, the Discord is listed on the About page, for sure. What's my opinion on Impossible or Beyond Meats? I mean, you know, it's decent. It's pretty close to meat in terms of, like, taste and texture, honestly. But I'd still rather just have a cheeseburger. I actually went to a really highly regarded vegan spot in Atlanta while I was down there a few weeks ago, and it was good, but I would have rather had a burger, and I would have paid half the price for it. than the, you know, Beyond or Impossible Burger that I had. First time been online during a stream since subscribing. Hell yeah, dude. This is actually the first stream on YouTube. I've been streaming on Twitch, but I'm trying YouTube out. Just pure gluten. Hell yeah. Hey, what's up, Loose? All I know about vegan cooking is be sure to get on a B12 supplement. You know, I think that you can be vegan just fine. You just have to know how to supplement it other ways. Because I have a few vegan friends that don't really have that issue. So it's just you have to be a lot more tuned in with what you're eating when you take a whole subset of food away from yourself. Rabbit, no, you did not buy me that for Christmas. I actually picked that up myself. I don't think you guys ever got me a cookbook for Christmas. Yeah, I don't think you guys ever got me a cookbook. I could be wrong, but I don't think you did. If y'all can see Corn right now, he's passed the fuck out. It's adorable. Vegan sushi book. No, I have not heard of that, but he's in our circles. Interesting. I'll have to look into that for sure. Yes, you guys did get me the chef's jacket, which was super cool. Tornado Dean, holy shit! Thank you for the $20. Thank you for the $20 super, for the $15.59 American, but $20 Canadian. Hell yeah, dude! Thank you so much for that. No message, just a super. Hell yeah, dude! Worst injury as a chef. Oh, man. I mean, I've gotten some pretty gnarly cuts, especially in my early days before I, like, learned how to really handle a knife. But really the one that sticks out to me, I think it was New Year's Eve, and I was working pantry in Saute, and I was pulling some pasta, out of the water. And if you know, in restaurants, how we do pasta is there's like a perforated thing that you put the pasta in and you drop it into the water, and when you pull it out, it strains all the water out. And it sits in hot water all day, and it gets really fucking hot. So you have to grab it out with a towel in your hand. And we were pretty busy, and I had the towel bunched up kind of weird in my hand, and I grabbed it, and it wasn't until I had it pulled all the way out that I realized that I had like hot metal directly in contact with my hand. And it was one of those like, I'm not dropping this pasta, you can't make me drop this pasta. So I'm just like screaming while swinging it over to the skillet to start sauteing it with the sauce. And oh man, did it fuck my hand up. I just had like blisters all across my palm. It was terrible. That's probably the worst one I can think. Oh, or the time I slipped and fell into boiling water. That was pretty cool. That was terrible. That was actually awful. But yeah, let's see. Will I wear that chef's jacket in at least one of my videos? Yeah, we can, maybe. If it's not too big, that was the thing, is, so JC and Spider Stouch, two of my best friends. They are married, if you couldn't tell by their similar usernames. They got me a chef's jacket with my name embroidered on it for Christmas one year. Super cool, amazing gift. And I've never really worn it because it's a little too big. But I am getting fatter right now, which I need to work on not doing. But it might fit. Poor Maple Bucks getting thrashed by the mighty Eagle Dollar. Yeah, this Freedom Eagle will fuck you. Did I finish cooking after the burn? Yeah, I had to. I just wrapped my hand up and kept going. Yes. Well, it wasn't boiling. It was super, super hot because what we would do is we would make our mozzarella in-house. And not like super scratch make it, but we would, can I do it here? No, wait. Yeah. 1 second. Cool. Yeah, so we would make our mozzarella in house. Basically, we'd use mozzarella curd and we'd put it in like super hot water, and we would roll it into like fresh mozzarella logs. And one of my coworkers, he sat the pot of water down kind of precariously. And it was a really beaten up pot. So like the bottom of it was curved and it kind of wobbled. And it fell off the prep table onto the floor right as I was walking in. And it did not matter that I was wearing non-slips. I like fell straight on my ass. And just like the water went all over me. And that fucking sucked. I had like just walked into work. And I turned right back around and walked outside. I stayed for my shift, but I sat outside for like 20 minutes just like licking my wounds. Best and worst dish I've ever cooked in a restaurant setting. I don't know if I can answer that. I mean, worst dish would probably be at like some of the like shittier restaurants I worked at before I like made a commitment to cooking. Back when I worked at like just like bar and grill, you know, greasy bars and, you know, sports bars and stuff like that. Places that really don't give a fuck about their food. Probably made some shitty stuff there. Best dish. Any number of things that I made at the last restaurant. Proudest dish, honestly, the hot dog Wellington. I think that was a culinary marvel that we pulled off. Because it just shouldn't have been that good, but it was. Least favorite new dish that I've cooked. Man, so I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, and I'll answer your questions the best I can. Cooks hate this question. What's your favorite thing to cook, or any derivative of that? It's like, I don't fucking know, man. I just like to cook. Yeah. Proudest dish is probably the hot dog Wellington, honestly. It's just like terrible as it is. Least favorite new dish, I don't fucking know, man. Pizzas I brought home that day, yeah, those were just like standard fare pizzas that we sold at the restaurant. Hot dog Wellington was clutch. Yeah. It still surprises me to this day how good it was. The dumbest thing I've caught Corn doing. Man, he does some dumb shit. Mostly just sleeps and runs around though. I don't know. He like stuffs his head in plastic bags sometimes. If I leave a plastic bag on the floor, he's like inside of it, and I don't know why. He just explores. And he's passed out. Worst dish to cook is the one that comes in 10 minutes before close. Yeah. Or the one that comes in 1 minute before close. Or the one that comes in after close. Where I worked, we seated until close. So like restaurant closed at 10. If you were in the restaurant by 10 o'clock, you got seated. Didn't happen often, but there were times that we were there an hour later cooking because some people wanted to come in and order apps and entrees and desserts and fuck all that shit. I really don't understand how you can just do that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I won't go into a restaurant 30 minutes before they close. The hot brown. I feel like I've heard of a hot brown. And not in like a shitty way, but like in an actual food way. What's a hot brown? Open face. Okay, yeah. Open face sandwich. Turkey breast, ham and bacon. Covered in Mornay. Baked and broiled until the bread is crisp and the sauce. Man, that is an old school sounding dish. Yeah, it really is some serious entitlement when people do that. Yeah, this hot brown is, I'm sure it's kind of good, but it is just so basic. Also, the name hot brown just is not appetizing in the least. Guilty pleasure food. Oh, all of them. I love trash food. I was gonna say Speedway Tornadoes, but like, I had one the other day and they just don't hit like they used to. Open-faced sandwiches have just never really appealed to me. I want to pick my sandwich up. Am I streaming on YouTube only or deciding? I'm still kind of deciding. I wanted to check YouTube out. You know, Twitch is more fun. Twitch has a really fun, ingrained culture. But YouTube, I think, is going to end up being the better platform. Twitch has more monetization options, but YouTube is, from what I understand, going to be implementing most of those options very soon. And also, YouTube takes less of a cut than Twitch does. Twitch takes 50% out of a subscription, which is insane to me. And also, their leadership is just terrible. Emmett Shear, their CEO, is basically a ghost in that company. doesn't do or say anything. And Twitch just can't seem to get their shit together. And I think YouTube's about to be making some really serious moves in the next year to like be a really legitimate competitor to Twitch. I mean, hell, they've already acquired Ludwig, which I think was a huge move for them, and Tim the Tatman and some other people. So Twitch is a place to live stream pretty much anything, honestly. The most popular section of Twitch is just chatting, which is just what we're doing right now. That's the most watched part of Twitch. Twitch is long. It's a long time since it's been just for gaming. Way back in the day when I first started streaming, I did cooking streams on Twitch, and people still do those. Favorite ice cream? Hard to pick a single favorite. I love Talenti layers. Also, Milk Bar just released ice cream, and their cereal ice cream is some of the best shit I've had in a long time. Twitch support is terrible unless you're super famous. Yeah, that's a big thing. And even if you are a big streamer, it's still kind of rough. Twitch is better with the bells and whistles, but YouTube is a better platform over. Yeah, I agree. I'm really thinking about just doing YouTube. I listen to a lot of Devin Nash, and if you guys aren't familiar with him, he does videos for like content creation, industry news, and stuff like that. And he's swearing up and down that YouTube is going to be the place to be. Yeah. So, never watched a YouTube stream before. That's pretty cool. Check Twitch out. Yeah, I mean, Twitch has a better interface, period. The user experience on Twitch is so much better than YouTube's live streaming user interface. And that's a big one, too. Although, I don't know if it applies to all live streams or just Ludwig's, but he released a plugin for Chrome that makes the YouTube live experience a little bit more like Twitch, and that's super cool. But I'm not sure if it only applies to his streams or all of them. I'll have to look into that, because if it applies to all of them, I'll totally like link that plugin in future streams. What's my opinion on the new pans that have cast iron coating? Cast iron coated pans? I have not seen those. Are you talking about like enameled cast iron? Or like because yeah, that's what I'm getting when I like look it up, is like enameled cast iron. I mean, if that's the case, that's not really new. Those have been around a long time, and I have an enameled cast iron Dutch oven that I love. But yeah, I haven't seen any with cast iron coating. That's interesting. Best way to cook seafood? It depends on what the seafood is. You cooking fish, you cooking shrimp, you cooking crab, you cooking mussels, you cooking whitefish, round fish, flatfish. That's a big question. Seafood as a whole, that's like saying what's the best way to cook meat. It depends on what you're making. Leaning towards anodized aluminum. I've heard a lot of good stuff about anodized aluminum. My pots and pans, I don't have like really good ones. largely in part because like I share my space with a roommate, and we both have our kitchen equipment, so it's hard for me to like justify buying new stuff when space is limited and stuff like that. But once I get into my own spot, here in about June, I'm going to be looking at some serious upgrades for my kitchen. Lobster, I mean, steaming lobster is kind of the classic way to go. Steaming or boiling it and just cooking the hell out of it in butter. JC, what are you doing? We get it. You've seen Forrest Gump. Cast iron's pretty forgiving. Yeah. Like I said earlier, cast iron is like my go-to pan usually. Just because it's, once you have it seasoned, it's really easy to take care of, and as long as you follow those guidelines for taking care of it, it'll last you forever. My only issue with cast iron sometimes is that the heat retention can be a little too much. If you get your pan too hot, it's not that forgiving because it takes forever to cool down. But if you need a ripping hot pan for something, like cast iron is the way to go, and you get a great crust on everything. But it's kind of hard to saute stuff in cast iron sometimes just because it's so heavy you can't get like good flips. But yeah, lots of butter is actually a really good way for like literally all seafood. You can just cover it in butter. Really, all food you can just cover in butter and it'll be better. Yeah, if you're gonna pan fry a steak, cast iron is like the best way to go. Really good sear, really good crust. Cast iron is excellent. It's an everything pan, man. Like, you can, anything that you put in a pan, you can cook in cast iron. But steak is definitely, anything that you want to sear, cast iron's a good way to go. Yeah, the layered stuff for aluminum I've looked at. Honestly though, like, I don't necessarily like recommend them as like the best pans, but I'm really used to just using like the simple metal skillets that you get in kitchens, like professional kitchens, just because like they can take a beating and they work fine enough. That's what we used, but I definitely want to upgrade. Potatoes that I use in the potato leek soup, I use Yukon Golds. Yeah, I really want to do a deep dive on like pans and skillets and shit like that. Just because there's so many different kinds and I really want to be able to experiment with them. Probably just going to email a bunch of companies and see how many of them I can get to send me some. Hey, anytime, Swift. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I think I use just like restaurant pans so much, and I just use my cast iron so much that I don't know as much about different types of cookware like that as I would like to. Because like for a long time I wasn't really cooking at home. You know, you cook all day every day. The last thing you want to do when you get home from work is cook more. So I just kind of worked with what I had. And I mean, at the end of the day, you just cook with what you have. I mean, it's like with anything you do that you need equipment. You work with what you have and you make it work. And then once you get a feel for it, then you upgrade to something better. How to get my chair? I bought it. This was my Christmas present to myself. I had like one of those shitty, cheap GT racing chairs. And it was just not working out. It hurt to sit in after a while. And it was super squeaky, and it just had to go. So I bit the bullet and got myself a Secret Lab, and it's worked just fine. Favorite knife style for vegetables? I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. I have so many knives at this point that I don't even have like a specific knife that I reach for. Usually it's whatever knife I'm like testing for the next video at the time. Like the knife I've used for the last few things I've cooked is because I'm using it for the next knife video. But you know, nikiris are always a good vegetable type. I mean, chef's knives, santokus. It comes down to what you're comfortable with. What works best for you, what's your cutting style. You know, I think there are so many knife types that people can get caught up in what knife they should be using for what process, and at the end of the day, it's the knife that works best for you. Unless you're doing something like really specific, like boning chicken or something, then yeah, you should probably be using a boning knife. But honestly, like otherwise, just whatever's most comfortable for you. JC, thank you so much for hanging out, both of you. Thank you for that. I love you guys. I will see you very soon. This weekend will be dope for sure. Hell yeah. Do restaurant pans work on electric coil stovetop? Yeah, I mean, electric coil stovetops, they just get hot, you know, just like anything else. So yeah, restaurant pan will work just fine on it. They can end up sloping sometimes just because they're cheap metal and they get the hell beaten out of them. So eventually, like if you don't take care of them or they're beat up, like then yeah, open flame's gonna work. It's gonna get better heat distribution on them than an electric coil will. But yeah, they'll work just fine. Well, look who decided to show up, TC. I'm actually thinking about ending it soon. It's been pretty cool. Been cool hanging out with everybody. A lot of new faces compared to Twitch. But yeah, I'm planning on doing like a super long stream. I thought about doing some reaction stuff tonight, but yeah, I think we're just gonna stick to this for just a little bit longer. Then we'll probably call it a night. Gonna try to get like some decent sleep. I woke up early today and I was productive, and I feel like those two things are related. Want to line on Mega Sick Pokemon TCG collection for? Yeah, dude, hit me up on that. When you say Gen 1 holos, do you mean like Gen 1 Pokemon or like base set stuff? Either way, I'm interested. I haven't bought any Pokemon cards in a while because I'm trying to not spend my money on dumb shit like that all the time. But yeah, I'm interested. Hey, Oscar, thanks for hanging out. Good to have you here. Linked on Discord. What am I vaping right now? Same thing I've vaped for like the last 2 years. It's Black Unicorn Spearmint. It's a salt nicotine, which salt nic. You probably know since you're asking me that question, but Salt Nic is just, for people who don't know, it's a higher nicotine content vape. And it gives you more the feeling of a cigarette, and it's how I quit smoking. So eventually I need to work on quitting vaping, but for now this does it for me. So I haven't had a cigarette in like 2.5 years, so it worked. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm wowing this. Why is this dude selling his Pokemon cards on kitchen knife forums? Sheesh. So, this is what TC just linked me. For whatever reason on kitchen knife forums, this dude is selling his Pokemon cards, and these are all base sets. Got some fossils, some jungle, rocket. These are all, oh man. These are all old school wizard stuff. We send a PM and we can go from there. $1,500 for all. Yep, nope. I don't have that kind of money. I mean, shit, just that Charizard is worth probably, fuck, what's a base set Charizard go for right now? Like $700 or $800, I think. Maybe not that much. Maybe more. I don't know. But yeah, this whole set looks like it's probably worth more than $1,500. But that is just not money that I can justify at this point in my life. But man, if anybody wants to buy me that, my P.O. box is in the description. Yeah, no shit, that was a sick collection. Hey, what's up, dude? You awake? See if I can get him to say hi to chat. Arrange a boxing match with Jake Paul. Should get the fun. Yeah. If I arrange a boxing match with Jake Paul, I can get more than just the funds for the cards. But then I'd have to hang out with Jake Paul and get paid to lose. He's just awake and chatty. The Honora. Oh yeah, I guess you sent me another link, didn't you? I was distracted by the Pokemon cards, which is a constant theme in my life. Let's see. Oh yeah, these are pretty. Yeah, so TC sent me some natural stones. Well, sent me a link to some natural stones, which I don't know much about natural stones. TC could write a book on these, I'm sure. Sheesh. Those are just gorgeous. Wait, did you link me knives? Hold on. You didn't link me any knives. Yeah, natural stones is pretty rock. That's about all I know about natural stones too. I'm just now really starting to learn about stones in general. Oh yeah. Yeah, those are pretty. Let me see. I love that saya too. Oh, that's sexy. Yeah, Ryan, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, like I said, just shoot me an email, and we'll work something out. That is gorgeous. God damn. One knife profile to stick to for the rest of my life. Probably a bunka. I like bunkas a lot. Maybe like a bunka that's like slightly longer than a bunka, but not quite as long as a Kiritsuke. Like an 8-inch bunka would be perfect for me. Yeah, slight curvature. Honestly, and this isn't just because like I get commissions to sell them, but I genuinely really love the profile of the Forge to Table. Like the curvature in their bunkas is really nice. What, dude? Come here. Come here. Hold on. Let me ban this bot real quick. Cool. What are you doing, dude? One sec. Here. You say hi to chat. Say hi, chat. You are not. Bummer. All right. Well, that's all you guys get. Hey, thanks for the kind words, Tags. Yeah, Solus, there's the cat serotonin. There you go. I still want to get my hands on some like nicer Japanese knives. They're just expensive. And the knife company that was gonna send me a knife, the one that we talked about in the Discord where they told me to like give them 5 knives, I emailed them a few days ago because you know, I haven't heard from them in like 2 months, and they said that they suddenly don't have it in their budget to send me the knife. So, I guess it's gonna be a second before I get like a nice Japanese knife again. Shigefusa Kateji. Man, I don't even know what that is. I just don't know much about like Japanese bladesmiths, like individual ones. I want to learn more about them though. Your mongrel Mazaki? The hell is that? Do have a knife coming to me soon. Another brand just got in touch with me today, and I don't know how I feel about them yet. Because they seem like they could be good, and they could be good, and they also seem like they could be absolute trash. So we'll see what happens when I get the knife. But yeah, there's another knife being sent to me by a newer company pretty soon. Very different than the stock ones. Yeah, I looked them up. They're some nice looking knives. Okay. One in Discord. All right. You know, it's still, I don't know, man. Like, there's something about worn Japanese knives, like specifically Japanese knives that are worn, that I really like. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna stop you from sending it to me. I'll tell you that much. Is it a single or double bevel? Because, you know, I'm a lefty. Stream's going all right, Noodle. It's going all right. I'm probably gonna call it pretty soon here. How fast can I break down a whole onion into dices? I haven't timed myself. It's been a while since I just diced a whole onion. But I don't know, probably like a minute. Ellie, I love it, but are you memeing? I'll talk more about this with you in the chat, but I like it. More so reactive than that Kramer? Shit. That Kramer was hella reactive. What kind of steel is it? Morgan, thank you so much for that $20 super. Yes, it was wonderful having you in the stream, and I definitely hope that we can cross paths soon. So good to see you, my friend. You have a great night. Okay, TC, you think on that, however you want, you can shoot me a DM. I'm gonna call it for the night. I'm getting pretty tired. This was a really cool first stream on YouTube, and I really appreciate all y'all being here for it. I am going to try to be a little bit more consistent with my streams, which, you know, those of you that have been watching me on Twitch know that I say that every time and then I'm not, so we'll see. But if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. That's the best way to find out when I'm streaming right away. I'll also try to make some community posts for those of you that aren't there. But otherwise, this has been great. Y'all have a great night. See you soon.